So goddamn stupid. All right, ready to get cracking?
Yeah, my head hurts from laughing.
Yeah.
Count us down, Jamie,
Okay.
Jamie, James, Fergie, Ferguson. Fergie?
No.
I'm going to call her Fergie.
No, I'm not counting down then.
Wait, can we? Fergalicious?
What's that?
Fergalicious.
I'm sorry.
That's your new name card.
J-Mo the Fergalicious.
I'm just gonna have it switch out at different times. It'd be like
So disrespectful.
I'm just gonna have it. People are gonna be like, hold on, what did I say?
Every time he takes it off topic and do a Raiders rant, you just put Fergalicious.
Anytime the Raiders get brought up, it's gonna be Fergalicious.
Oh god. That's good. All right.
You have much fucking power. Right.
That's why I forced the issue to start editing. I didn't need Ryan to have all this.
It's so much fun.
The Jews have enough. We'll talk about it soon. I'm joking.
All right, Desean.
Desean Jackson.
Desean Jackson for life, homie.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the show.
Thank God you didn't do the shimmy today. Cool. No. Welcome back to ASOS Sports Podcast. I forgot what episode this is again.
11.
Okay, 11. Cool.
It's not that hard. You just count.
It's one more. It's one more than
I don't see any numbers here.
I mean, we talked about this last week.
I am an accountant, so I count all the time.
This is not. Don't let your employer see this.
Yeah. Last week was.
All right, y'all.
Don't let your employer see this video. Find out why.
Click here.
Y'all some bitches today. Y'all some bitches.
Oh god. All right, what we got?
So the biggest news of this past week was Mahomes getting $500 million.
Cut it.
I think it was 503.
Yeah.
With the incentives and the bonuses and stuff.
Yeah.
So with everything, he's making, I think it's $1.60 a second.
Yeah, I saw that breakdown. I was so
wait, but that's not on field. That's 24 hours.
Period. Yeah, he's making $1.86.
I think per sneeze, he makes like $9 or $10. Like if it's a good bout of sneezing, that's pretty impressive. Per shit, I don't know how long he shits, but that's like at least $100.
It's good money, man.
It's good money. Although, if you look at the breakdown of it, like Mahomes is a stud, but he'll probably get the majority of it. And I think it fully vests if he gets injured. I think that's the best part of the contract. So if he gets injured, it's fully guaranteed. And that's crazy. So they are going to have to protect the shit out of Pat Mahomes. But I think I looked at the breakdown, and I think Mike Trout's contract, because it's fully guaranteed, and I think, what was it, $384 million, is still technically the highest ever. But, like, I don't see Pat Mahomes, like, falling off unless Andy Reid has a heart attack or, like, retires or something.
I'll put that juju in the air.
Huh?
I think Andy Reid's, 62?
Yeah. I mean, he can make it through the next 10. But, I mean, Andy Reid leaves behind a good coaching staff when he leaves, too. So, should he decide to retire, I think they'll be fine. But, God damn, that's a lot of money.
Did you see him when they were interviewing Andy and he put on his, like he said, he was celebrating properly, so put on his favorite Tommy Bahama shirt? Like, it was just great.
Yeah.
It's him in his Hawaiian shirt. Look, I think that the contract itself, like, I think, at least on this podcast, I know I've said that I will go down and already saying that Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. I've never seen this amount of talent ever. And I think it's the Kansas City Chiefs realizing we have the greatest quarterback that has ever lived, and we're going to pay him accordingly. Because, I mean, if you even look at the quotes, what he was saying back in 2018, like, oh, shit, I just learned how to sort of start reading defenses. I've just been playing. Like, the ceiling, we have no idea how high the ceiling is with this dude could be. And he doesn't get hit a lot. He's very smart when it comes to getting rid of the football, getting out of pocket, like doing things to protect himself. I see the Raiders tears just streaming down through your cap brim. It's gonna be a long 10 years for you, ASOS.
It's gonna be a long 10 years just for the NFL. Period.
We play these motherfuckers twice a year.
You're gonna lose twice a year for a decade. It's all that money.
Shut up.
But it's like, I know that we've talked a lot about like making sure you're trying to get as much talent as you can under that rookie quarterback contract. And if you look at what Patrick Mahomes' contract was before he got to payday, the Chiefs were getting away with murder. But, I mean, it's just how the rookie contracts work.
They still are, though, because it's an extension. So the next 2 years, he's still under the rookie deal.
Yeah, it's 12.
Great.
It's 12, isn't it? Technically, it's 12 years. Yeah.
They're great. Now, I mean, I do look at, in a sense of looking at sports overall right now. I think basketball is about to run into a similar issue with what's happening with COVID. If I'm already hearing through certain circles that every sporting, like at least when it comes to the NBA, they're looking at 2021 as being a fanless season off the break. So I mean, if you got the NFL, who I know that you've had certain organizations you've been talking about bringing that capacity to 1/3 or 2/3, if
25%.
Depending on what stadium, I've heard like the Packers say one thing, and then there's been I know the Ravens just said something.
Florida is 25%. Like,
and that's the most reckless of all the states. So, like, if there's a situation where they don't have that revenue coming in from the games, there's a chance that salary cap might not be what it was, depending on things going forward. And if that's the case, I don't know how much this hamstrings Kansas City. Now, I will say that Patrick Mahomes is good enough to cover up a lot of things. Like, the closest you could probably get to him as far as just saying that there's a quarterback on the field, and as long as you have him on the field, you're going to be in the conversation, will probably be Aaron Rodgers as far as just being like a one-man team. Brady always got to needed help, and in the clutch moments, you just got to get him there, get Brady to the dance, and he can take care of shit.
Yeah, he can dance, but he just needs a little motivation.
He needs a little motivation. He needs to get there. But Mahomes and Rodgers in his prime, and I'm a huge believer that Rodgers fallen off. But Rodgers in his prime he will put the team on his fucking back. I don't care what kind of team you got. He's going to get you to the dance. Now, whether or not you can execute when you're there, that's something different. Mahomes is a different fucking beast, man. He's a monster. And as long as they still got some of the weapons on that offense, which right now I love what it is their team looks like, I'm automatic. I mean, you got to say the Super Bowl favorites going on this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's probably conditions in everybody's contract where they can kind of Bobby Bonilla it a little bit. Like if there's a fanless season, like, okay, we're going to take that automatically restructures so that next year you get, regardless of whether you're playing for us or not, you get like $2 million more, but we got to take it away this year because we don't have the money for it or something like that. I mean, but for Patrick Mahomes, oh no, $2 million I'm not getting this year, but the $484 million I'll get over the next 9. Okay. Like he can buy houses in he is 5 Albert Hainsworths. That's what he's
Why you got to bring his name up? Watch Sully this great conversation with that piece of shit's name.
That's
Marcus Russell.
So much money. So much money.
Look, I will say this in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Kaepernick. When it comes to Mahomes, the fact that you also have Mahomes has been like, if you watch that video where they're talking about Black Lives Matter, he's at the forefront of that shit. And the dude is getting his payday behind actually standing behind a cause and everything now. Feels like a new day to a certain degree. I mean, there's still some things need to work on. Kaepernick should still be on the scene. But Mahomes being the face of the league at this point, that fucking Kermit the Frog sign of motherfucker, he's just I'm so excited to see what happens going forward. Now, what I also say from the Kansas City Chiefs standpoint, if they win a Super Bowl this year, they win a Super Bowl next year. If they can go 3 and out, if they go 3 in a row, I don't give a fuck if you win another Super Bowl for the next 7 years. It's worth it. Your contract has already proven itself to be worth it.
Yeah, you made you made the contract worth. It's like watching the Yankees. Like they have tons of people with 100, 120, 140, $200 million contracts,
Right.
but they win. They don't win every year. They
Right.
win a shit ton. And so to them, it's worth it. And if Kansas City wants to go after that model, so I'm all for it. I love watching the Chiefs.
I mean, I
love Andy Reid.
I look at all three of us as being fans of loser-ass teams, except mainly the other Washington teams, which I'm kind of, yeah. But all of us follow fucking losing franchises. You're a fucking Bills fan. You're a Raiders fan. I'm a Washington football team fan. If somebody told me that we could win a Super Bowl next year and then never win another game for a decade, give me the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because I've already gone through losing the last 30 years. I just want to win.
Yeah. Just one feels so good.
Yes. One feels amazing. I just want to feel the one.
Yeah.
I've
had the Caps, and that's it. So.
Yeah, Washington's kind of turned into it. I take that back.
But I mean, like, we've gotten pretty far, though.
Yeah, but coming up short feels worse than than the winning.
So you'd rather, like, 20 years ago, you got more tuck rules and getting stomped the fuck out by Tampa Bay compared to just winning one and then, like, going back to feeling like a loser? But at least you have the one. That's all you want to do is get some dance. I'm sick and tired of following, like, the Washington football team.
That's the worst feeling. The Mets got
to
the World Series.
My fandom.
That's the World. We got to the World Series.
Everybody in school.
Hold on, your fandom was solidified with the Raiders because you lost.
In the Super Bowl, yeah. Like I was emotionally invested at that point.
Yeah, there's no turning back.
Volumes to your personality and character now. Jesus.
If I'm emotionally invested, then I'm emotionally invested. If someone's gonna talk shit to me, like downplay me as a person because of the team I rep, then yeah, I'm riding.
I mean,
like you gonna get these hands and you can get these words.
You're not coming after my chickens.
What Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan bullied you in grade school?
No Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan bullied me. I wasn't bullied, but people like I'm from PG County. Like we talk shit about sports like a lot. So yeah, like if my team loses, what was it, 48-24 something stupid shit like that, if we get destroyed, and then they're like, damn, James, and I'm like the only Raiders fan in school. Like, damn, James. Damn.
In PG County, Maryland.
Like after like 5 dams, I'm like, all right, come on, let's go to the football field. I'm running routes now. Come on. Come get this work.
It was 48-21. Just
whatever.
I'm just saying. It'd be like, I'm a huge fan of this team because they fought valiantly. No, my team got stomped the fuck out, and I'm ride or die for you.
No. I was raised as a fan, so I'm just a fan. But I didn't really care about like sports in general, like about teams. I loved the game. I didn't care about teams. Like I love Jerry Rice because like how he worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it went from, all right, now I'm emotionally invested because people are coming at me. There's emotion there.
So you were a player fan and then became a fan of the team, is what you're saying.
I was a player. I was a fan of the game, just the game.
Oh yeah.
And then like I had an allegiance to a team, but I wasn't emotionally invested.
You weren't watching 165 of their games.
Fuck no. But not every second.
Nobody does. I would just say if you were a fan of football, I would follow a team that knows how to play.
Yeah, it's tough to find those though, because
I wouldn't follow a team that's racist though.
Well, that's
I
probably
was born this way, sir.
I hate myself.
I was born this way. Like
kill your masters, motherfucker. I've changed. People can change.
Like
You're still a Redskins fan.
Like I grew up like riding around like the Bay Area listening to like NWA and Tupac, like with like Raider gear on. Like that's where I came from. So I felt like with the team for that reason in itself. And then I fell in love with the game of football in general. Then it just all came together. After that, the same thing with my fandom for the Mavericks. 2006, when we lost to the Heat in the finals. I was in Cali. That was a hard summer.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I think your experience is more like riding around the Bay Area trying to understand what the fuck E40 was saying while singing Skilo, I wish.
It wasn't E40. It was NWA and Tupac. Yeah, you're right.
E4O.
E4O.
I believe is.
But he's from
the Bay.
Isn't Skilo from the Bay?
I don't know. I only know that one song.
I wish.
know I'm from where E40's from.
Yeah, it's like it's the Raiders theme song.
No, it's not.
Pilo?
Your theme song is "You Wish You Didn't Pay Albert Hansworth."
Yeah, that is.
It's a done deal. Dan Snyder's about to lose the team, and I'm gonna get a new team name: Red Wolves, baby.
I heard Warriors.
It's gonna be the Red Wolves?
I heard
I love
Warriors
that.
was like high up on the list too.
The Red Dragons.
That's not gonna happen. Why are you laughing at Red Dragon?
I mean, that's
It's
kind of.
Rush Hour 3.
It's a sight movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the Rush Hour movies.
Oh, I love them.
Oh, yeah.
I love them so much. All right, what's next?
All right. So you mentioned Kaepernick earlier by mistake, but it was announced that Cap and Disney have reached a deal on. I don't know really what it's about because I didn't look into it, but
I don't
just
think
know
anybody knows exactly what it is yet.
Yeah.
I heard something about like in regards to it was like a production deal where they would highlight black and brown like producers and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's 3 deals that Kaepernick has just figured out.
3?
Netflix, ESPN, and Disney.
But I mean,
Motherfucker came
Disney
from
and ESPN are together.
whatever,
Like,
but one of these, the ESPN Disney thing, he's actually brought Jamel Hill along, which is huge.
Nice.
So Jamel Hill, who was ousted at ESPN after her comments, which were all accurate about Donald Trump and motherfuckers to support him.
That reminds me about Woj.
Oh, the Woj.
He replied to the email and just said, "Fuck you." I was like,
Good move, Woj. Good move.
Yeah. To like it was a senator, right, or a congressman?
Yeah, Senator.
Yeah, good move, Woj. Woj.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I mean, sucks he had to apologize, but we know what it was.
Yeah, everybody knew what it was, and we knew he didn't really mean the apology. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just got to save your career, Woj. We need you breaking sports news. And I do not want to follow you on FSN1. There's enough motherfuckers that I don't feel like following that I have to on FS1.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just run his own Twitter account and just be like that.
Nah, he ain't gonna get the same. It's different. He want that backing. He wants some money.
Yeah.
Now we go pay. What is he gonna do? Advertise Get Roman or Fleshlight from a Twitter account?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the players might still text him.
Yeah.
Woj, I know where LeBron's going. Try Blue Chew. No, Viagra that you chew. I know way too much about this. Yeah, it's real. God damn it. Would you know more so much jokes, Land?
You got come on. I don't know this.
I don't know this, man.
This is the statement here. The partnership will focus on telling scripted and unscripted stories that explore race, social injustice, and the quest for equity, and will provide a new platform to showcase the work of Black and brown directors and producers. It will be across all Disney platforms, including Walt Disney, ESPN, Hulu, Pixar, and The Undefeated. Nice.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And on top of that is the Netflix deal that they're getting Ava DuVernay is attached to that to do a 6-part documentary series about Kaepernick's life.
Nice. That's big.
Like if you think about like him having stuff on Disney, right? About like uplifting minorities, like on Disney, like kid channels, then you can show your kids this.
Start them young.
Yeah, so that's fire. I like that.
Less Paw Patrol, more Colin Kaepernick. I'm joking. The Colin Cummings.
They're gonna yank. I'm surprised they haven't yanked Paw Patrol.
I got into a legitimate discussion. This is why, just quick sidebar on Paw Patrol, but it fits into the grand scheme of things. I went over to my brother's house, and I was having a conversation with my nephew. My nephew is an Ivy League student, goes to Brown. He's actually just applied for Harvard Law. He probably will get in.
Oh, good luck.
And he's one of these Gen Zers, right? And I'm asking him, like, I asked him, I was like, well, online I'm seeing that, like, part of the woke culture and everybody, they're talking about actually canceling Paw Patrol. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, fuck that show. I'm like, what? He had actual vitriol about the show and what it was doing as far as indoctrinating kids into believing the cops were right or what have you. When he got far enough into it, I'm kind of like, all right, I kind of get what you're saying, but shut the fuck up, leave Paw Patrol alone. It's just people are angry for no reason. People are angry for reasons, but it's like Pick your battles, motherfuckers.
You don't want everyone, like, kids should, like, if you want to become a cop, you should be able to become a cop. Like,
and I'll see Paw Patrol like doing warrantless knocks and shit. And
yeah, there's got no knock searches with fucking guns drawn. And Paw Patrol, they don't even wear pants.
That's what I'm saying. It's like certain elements. But my thing has always been that, like, I like what the Kaepernick thing is, which is that we have to create alternative content that people actually want to watch. Kaepernick is such a figurehead that anytime that anything comes on about him, we're all going to watch. We want to know more. But it's the same way that people used to tell me that, like, no cop shows get it right. I'm like, have you seen The Wire? Have you seen The Wire? No, you haven't seen The Wire. Because if you saw The Wire, you'd know that there is content out there that shows you accurate reflection of what's happening, and it will actually do a good job of informing you the reality of the situations.
Also, if you actually watch, I used to watch Cops to see the cops that did things that were wrong. Like, I would, as a lawyer, as a defense attorney, I can watch and be like, oh, that's going to come up in court. Like, it showed, I mean, it kind of glorified police officers. But, I mean, there's also stuff on there where if you actually watch it, you can see cops, like normal, everyday cops, making mistakes.
You should do, like, a YouTube video on that.
I mean,
it could be like Ryan's reaction.
I've watched every Cops episode multiple times for that reason.
That's what I'm saying.
You should Ryan's reactions.
Yeah.
How many of these YouTube ad videos are you watching?
I
You got the alliteration.
I barely have time to take a shit.
He got that from one of these places that are giving him advice. React videos and the alliteration of Ryan reacts, motherfucker. It's like you put some thought in me. That I'm just saying. I don't think. This isn't. Yeah, I think you've thought about this a little bit.
How did I think about it? He just said it.
Real Ryan reactions.
Real Ryan reaction. Now we got 3 R's.
Rough. Because it's just a Paw Patrol. It's just a Paw Patrol episode.
To see where Colin Kaepernick has gone from not being on an NFL roster and basically losing his career to signing multi-million-dollar deals with the biggest entertainment companies in the world is huge.
And this is proof, if nothing else, this is proof that simply having the platform of being a sports star gives you so many avenues and opportunities for doing this kind of stuff. Like, Colin Kaepernick has not been on the field in 5 years, but he's still been a household name. And that gives him the opportunity to put something like this in place to push his message further. And that's fucking awesome. I mean, it sucks that it had to go the way it did. But, I mean, it's the same thing. You got LeBron with his $100 million production company. Mm-hmm. Like, that's awesome. Like, this is the kind of, moving and shaking that we need to see. And shout out to ABC and, I guess, ESPN, who has been historically shitty when it comes to these kind of situations, Jamel Hill.
Which is why I love that Colin brought her on board.
Yeah.
It was like,
ESPN
we're not letting ESPN just do whatever with this.
They're eating a hat right now because they're, or what is the one? It's not eating your hat. It's
that's
shoe?
A white ass statement. I don't
know.
Shoe? Yeah.
You got shoe.
Shoe in your mouth?
Foot in your mouth.
Yeah, foot in your mouth.
Yeah.
Shoe in your mouth, foot in your mouth. Are you wearing shoes?
It's the same I was like, all right, that's
y'all went from eating a hat to putting a foot in your mouth. Y'all fucked that up.
Yeah. No, I couldn't.
I didn't fuck up shit. I just said what it was.
I
Brazil nuts.
Yeah, you regret that shit, don't you? Yeah.
I'll get into that a little bit later. But
okay. All right, but let's go from.
I want to see. I just want to see last thing. I just want to see like what the content is. I know they probably have it all like lined up. I know there's the documentary, but I just want to, or the documentaries. But I just
hope they have everything.
Yeah,
I just hope it's not like a Last Dance documentary.
Yeah, I hope it's like the sitcoms like that we used to watch in the 90s. Then I hope it's cartoons. I hope it's like the Disney type movies. I hope it's everything.
Yeah, I hope it's huge.
So transitioning from the good stories in football to the bad stories in football this week.
The Raiders,
right? We gonna talk to our brothers and help them figure out what the fuck is.
Oh man,
I don't know what's happening.
Desean and Steven Jackson.
Oh, love those guys. What happened? I know they're really good at playing their sports. They said
You don't
anything?
know what happened?
No, what's going on?
Huh?
What's happening?
You said what?
I don't know what's happening. I don't
even want to read the quote because it's so stupid.
Well, it's not like the guy himself said it, so you can read it.
But he thought it was him.
He
thought it was Voldemort.
He was quoting Hitler.
But it wasn't Hitler that said it.
I know.
That's good. You misquote Hitler. It's not funny.
And then he posted a bunch of I don't have any problem with Farrakhan. He's just out here. I don't know how much actual pull he's got. He doesn't really like the Jews much either. So maybe Desean's just a Farrakhan fan. But yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Backstory is that Desean Jackson posted something on his Instagram, which was a misquote from Hitler about how the Jews run this, that, and the other, and how
the white Jews are trying to hold down the Negro population.
But basically, the black people will realize and wake up one day and fight back or whatever. And it was all bullshit. And
yeah. It was it was so misquoted and terrible that it's like Desean wrote it himself.
And then when they, goddamn, and then when that was racist.
Wasn't racist.
That was racist. You said he's black and illiterate. You racist son of a bitch.
I'm just saying
he's talking about Desean himself.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. We got to be sensitive to everyone right now.
Not to Desean right now.
I'm not being sensitive to Desean at all. He can eat a bag.
Yeah.
He can eat his hat is what he can do.
He can eat some matzo ball soup and get cultured.
Yeah. Come have some gefilte fish.
God, I kind of missed that shit. Look, so he does that, then everybody basically, in a moment's notice, Twitter gets set on fire, Instagram is all, and everybody's shitting all over Desean. And Desean Jackson comes swinging out of nowhere like the Malice in the Palace Part 2 to help his dog.
He's speaking truth.
And he doubles down, and it was...
I was like, God damn it, Steve. You have a thing going on right now. If there was ever a time to be quiet,
up everything that you've been doing.
If he had,
whoa.
No,
not everything, but you hurt the cause.
Yeah, we're talking about Desean, anti-Semitism, and Desean Jackson. We should be still talking about the movement. That is a regrettable thing.
I said he hurt the cause.
Yeah, I mean that is a regrettable thing. Look. How do I say this as carefully as I possibly can? The quote itself, bad. You should never be quoting Hitler with anything you do. The moment you realize that that's something that you're going to do to make a point, realize you're wrong. Just stop. Yep. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Hitler could have a quote about cancer being bad. Don't quote him. Don't
somebody else saying the same shit.
Anyone else, not him. He's at the top of the list as far as people you don't quote. So that was just bad. But I feel more. This is gonna sound weird, but I feel more bad for Desean Jackson than I do Desean Jackson in this situation.
Me too.
Desean is just ignorant, and like I said, ignorant doesn't necessarily always have a negative connotation. It kind of does
like
in this situation.
willfully or intentionally.
Right. You're just seeing somebody who was completely misinformed about everything.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Sorry.
Hold on, what did he say?
He said
you're
either willfully or intentionally. And I was like,
hold on.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, no.
All right, while James looks through a thesaurus, I'll continue.
Fuck you.
There's Desean speaking on something that he doesn't mean to. Now, afterwards, you hear all the conversations that Desean Jackson's had with Shannon Sharp. He had a conversation with Van Lathan. And you start hearing more of the context and how they just fucked everything up. Desean thought that what he was doing, if you look at the quote like there at the end about when we get to the black people rise up or anything, he thought that he was coming from a place of empowerment. You can talk about black empowerment without quoting or misquoting Adolf Hitler. You can talk about black empowerment without having to step on the backs of Jews who have also suffered dramatically over the course of history. I mean, it might not be a more hated group over the course of history than Jew. Just period. Like, that's just, it's bad. Now, the thing is that I will say that of allies that don't look like me, the ones that have been the most down are usually my Jewish brothers and sisters, to be completely honest. As far as y'all got a lot of lawyers, is that racist to say? And they're usually down with the cause. They usually know what it is they need to do to actually.
Max Kellerman.
You got the I mean, I ain't gonna list them all, but it's just I
didn't know Julian Edelman was a Jew, to be honest.
Yep, and I was about to talk about him.
I love what Julian Edelman did as far as trying to get that ignorance and remove it. Desean has talked to, I think, a 94-year-old Holocaust survivor yet now. He got invited to come up to D.C. to actually go to the Holocaust Museum with Julian. There's a Holocaust survivor that wants him to take a tour of Auschwitz over in Europe, and like these things are happening. We're having an actual conversation about it. Historically, when it comes to Black people, there is this cross section that exists between historically woke. I don't like the phrase woke, but woke Black people.
You mean people who have gathered information by themselves and then came to a conclusion that this is probably incorrect?
Some of them are actually intellectual, but there's this cross sections between them and a lot of problematic thoughts about the Jews. And you get into like the Black Israelites, and you get in this, like, when I say the name Louis Farrakhan,
not my favorite person, but
and I can completely understand why he's not your favorite person. But then again, I watch a lot of Louis Farrakhan videos. I
mean, he seems like a really well-educated, like, he's got some good thoughts. It's just all the anti-Semitic ones I don't agree with.
It's like, it's the same. Who's my ultimate hero is Malcolm X. You follow Malcolm X during the Nation of Islam, pretty problematic things to say about Jews.
I mean, who doesn't have a problematic thing to say about Jews?
Well, that's what it goes to what I said I was going to bring up a little later. I've said a lot of problematic things about a lot of different people. I've said a lot of problematic things about a lot of Jews. I've said a lot of problematic things about a lot of Black people. I think that Jews probably get more, I won't call it wrath, because wrath seems like when James, you were talking about you used to get shit for being a Raiders fan. In DC, we call it joning.
Still do.
Yeah. Do y'all? I don't know. Being the only DC guy in PG and in Virginia, do y'all call it joning?
I mean, we did like 15 years
joning,
ago,
cooking,
joning, cooking, whatever. But like joning was our DC thing, and it was like, I used to get on Black people nonstop. You get a dark skin, one of my dark skinned friends, midnight. Where you at? Like in the darkness. Or when I talk about allyship, a good portion of my friends growing up were Jews, and we used to give each other shit. It used to be racial humor, all kinds of stuff. You joke about the uncomfortable stuff. And it's why, like, I know that I give Ryan a ton of shit the same way that, like, trying to poke him to say the N-word sometimes. But there's just that sort of camaraderie in our pain.
Yeah.
Sort of exists. And I always hated anytime there was a rift between Blacks and Jews, because there's so much we have that's similar in so many ways as far as our struggles go. As far as that, just you look in New York over the course of the last how many months, how many anti-Semitic attacks there have been that don't get talked about. It happens across the country is what you're really seeing. There have been actual attacks on synagogues and Jewish people because of their religion. Akin to what Black people are saying, that there have been attacks because of the color of skin by police, or these suicides that have been happening all across the country, but Black people hanging themselves in public parks, whatever. There's a camaraderie that exists, or should always exist, especially between Blacks and Jews. I'm not saying it doesn't exist within everybody else. There should be a camaraderie between all of us. But as far as in shared pain and anguish and like being able to try to joke about the uncomfortable shit, I've always seen a camaraderie that exists between our communities, been second to none. I was editing the podcast last weekend when it kept fucking up. And I was on Facebook kind of killing time. And one of my high school friends, a Jewish woman, was catching so much shit because she was saying Black Lives Matter stuff. She was getting the K word thrown in her messenger. She was getting all this, you dirty Jew, blah, 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 blah. And she put them on blast. So you know what I did? I said, all right, F this. We found out where everybody worked. She sent emails to their employers. We took screenshots of everything. We started going back and forth. There's a long list of things that I'm going right back to these assholes, fighting on her behalf or with her. That's my ally, true ally. The last thing you need to do is to start ranking whose pain outweighs another, or start to try to divide and throw this rift that shouldn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, we were talking, I think last week or 2 weeks ago about, Malcolm X was only like 50 years ago. Like it wasn't that long. The fact that Desean Jackson is going to meet a Holocaust survivor, that was like 70 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. So like, it's like people seem to think everything is in the past. Like, no, these struggles are similar and also still present for a lot of people. And to have people who want to step in the middle and say like, no, our pain is greater, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Because you have a bigger army. You have a bigger army against injustice if you don't try and split them apart and have them fight each other. Come on.
Ryan, read your text messages. Read it out loud and say who it's from.
I asked the group, what's the K word? Fuck you.
You sheltered motherfucker. I'm just like, it's a good thing.
There's a word similar to the N word that people use for the Jewish population.
Very much so.
You've never heard it?
No.
All right.
I'll have Ryan explain it to you because I'm not going there.
Yeah, we'll do it in a separate video.
We should do ASOS breaks down racial stuff.
And we have a nut for you.
Brazil nuts.
All right. You know what? Hey, I just came up with this idea.
Uh-oh.
So you remember how we discussed that we should all go to the African American Museum?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole thing that Julia Edelman said for Deshaun. Let's go to both.
If I can be completely honest, it's hard pressed to get me to go back to the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I haven't been.
Fourth grade is the first time I went, which I don't know why the fuck they did that. Fourth grade had me in tears. I was terrified. And to think that, when you look through it, even as a kid, you start time is weird when you're a kid, right? Like things seem so long ago or things seem so far away. But I remember when you're walking through, there would be old, I don't know if they were Holocaust survivors. I know they were around that same age that would have been alive when it happened. And you see their reactions when you're walking through. And you see the looks on their face. And I still remember that, even as a kid, you see the looks on their faces when they're looking through the exhibits. And you get through, especially the area where they're showing the clothes and the other things that these people wear, the artifacts of, and you then realize it's not that long ago. And when you hear when I talk about the fear that I have as a black man walking down the street, or when the blue and red lights come on behind me, you have Jewish people that thoroughly understand and know and have a realized fear that there's somebody that wants to round them all up and exterminate them. And they have a country in Israel, whatever, if we want to get into geopolitics as far as Zionism or anything, more than want to have that debate. But the idea that there's a country that exists, and regardless of what you think about the politics of it, there are other countries that say that we want to wipe this place off the map is a terrifying thought. The fact that, like I said, there's anti-Semitic violent things that are happening in this country that don't get talked about.
The Klan doesn't like the Jews much either.
No, that's what I'm saying. As far as allies,
I don't like anybody really.
Those guys in the hoods are after us too.
Yeah.
That's why my bed sheets are red. No white bed sheets in this house. For real. Most Jewish families won't have white bed sheets in their house. So.
We got to reply to to James's text message.
Oh my God.
Declare it up. He definitely said the racist word. Mauricio, our former host, is a racist. He said the K word, and he put his own little spin on it. We're so glad to not have him a part of this podcast.
Don't lie.
He said the K word is Dean.
Yeah, he said your name is the K word.
Yes, he did.
That's funny.
Oh, that's good.
All right, but all right. So when we go to the African American History Museum, I'll go meet that one.
We'll make a weekend.
It's literally it's on the same street.
I'll go with you because they've updated the exhibit since I was there like a decade ago. So
yeah, like I mean, it feels weird not like to only go to one and not the other.
Yeah.
Like,
well, let me ask you that. As far as from a historical standpoint, like I've been telling everybody that they still need to be focused. Like, this is gonna sound fucked up, problematic, whatever. I don't give a shit. The whole like minorities do have to stick together. Everything else. Right now, still, like I've always said, Black Lives Matter, and that's the movement that matters more than anything else right now. But there still needs to be an eye out and making sure that everybody's taken care of. But when it comes to when I tell Black people that they need to understand the history, when I tell white people that in order to be a good ally, you need to understand our history. There are a lot of people around here, Desean Jackson, case in point, that don't know enough about recent history when it comes to Jewish people. That don't know enough. And if you want to talk about history, just look at recent history when it comes to Jewish people, and then try to go back and look at things in a historical context and realize how fucked over they've been. It's hard. It's a hard learn.
We built those giant pyramids that people take pictures of in Egypt.
Jesus was a Jew. Right? People stop forgetting that shit, right? Like you need to, like, if you want to understand history, like really start doing your history.
Yeah.
So like,
understand.
James, have you seen Schindler's List?
No.
Oh. Or The Pianist. Oh, rough.
Another rough one. If you have you ever read what is it, Silent Night, Elie Wiesel?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a kid's book. You can read it as a picture book.
That's one of those movies.
It's
one of those
brutal.
Fucking as a kid, just whoa. Okay.
It's about a mouse who's in a concentration camp. It's
Anne Frank. Diary of Anne Frank.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I've cracked more than one joke on Anne Frank. I'm not gonna deny that.
I mean, but it's good.
Calling a pack of hot dogs that a Jewish guy makes Anne Frank's is fucking funny. I don't care.
I thought it was good. So I mean, that's the thing.
I thought you were gonna leave that if you on Spotify.
Look. Here's what I'm saying. No, because here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell you that I've said problematic shit. I'm saying that like I've always tried to do it in a funny way. I've always tried to do it where it's not just the lowest hanging fruit. And I've also tried to do it in the sense of building camaraderie, especially with my Jewish compadres like Ryan, who if he also says or gives me shit about being Black, I'm not here other than to laugh at his shit. Like there is a certain element that we have to laugh at the shit that makes us uncomfortable. Yeah. That being said, I am going to be a lot more careful with where and when I say that shit. But I'm not going to deny that I said it. That'd be hypocritical of me. I'm just trying to be better.
I mean, but here's the thing. People that say problematic shit who are doing it out of hate or ignorance, that's one thing. You came up with that because clearly you know the history of...
And I love your hot dogs, pause.
But you understand the history of it. Like if you're, like if I see Dave Chappelle say something problematic towards the Jews, I know that he knows his history like bar none, and he does it because he understands the history. He wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Some people just throw shit out there that it's just blatantly racist because they're hateful people, and those are the people that can't be making those jokes, and you can feel it when they say it. Like there's no, or read it. Like there's no, there's no context that things can be said in which you can't understand the way they are meant. Like that's almost impossible. So, it is what it is. We'll move forward. Alex, together.
Okay.
I mean, like 40 years ago, I'd have been a little bit more olive skinned. Unfortunately, we started tainting our bloodlines, but it's okay.
You mean improving them?
Yeah.
All right.
Now I can't go outside for more than 5 minutes.
We're moving the fuck on.
You need seasoning, like James.
No. Fuck you. We're moving on. All right. Now, there's a lot of bad shit that happened in the NFL this week.
Hey, you got it. All right. When you're speaking, anytime you do this, like you move, the mic cuts out.
Okay. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you better now. I'm just letting you know.
All right.
Like if you do the entire intro and you're doing this the whole fucking time, we can't hear the intro.
We're keeping it going.
I'm introducing a new topic.
You want the podcast to be shorter, right? Stop interrupting me.
Hey, Hey, look, you're doing a good job. You're cutting me off.
Yeah.
Continue making forward.
Devin White.
Oh, fucking idiot.
The Bucks are not winning anything this year.
Is this the party?
He's having a party that's 200,000 people.
Oh, 2,000 people. I thought.
Oh, whatever.
Did you say 200,000?
Yeah, I said 200,000.
That's not a party.
Yeah.
No.
That's a movement.
The Burning Man is rescheduled for Devin White's house.
He's having a shit ton of people at his house. So stupid.
And
Why?
the local police have said that they're not going. They'll be there for security purposes, but they're not.
They can't do it. They can't stop it.
They're not going to be there to support any social distancing measures or what have you.
Yeah, they can't enforce nothing. So a lot of people are going to die from this.
Here's the difference between what many states are doing and the rest of the world. So I read an article where I think it was Australia, where a couple went to their local Popeyes at like 10 at night, and they ordered like enough food for like 25 full families. Mm-hmm. And somebody at the Popeyes was like, And so the cops went and investigated where they were going and found they were having a huge fucking party. And so they fined them $30,000. Nobody got arrested, but they fined the families $30,000 because it was a civil penalty to not be properly socially distancing. And
who did they find? They only fined the people.
No, I think they fined everybody that was, because they said you're not allowed to do this, and that is why Australia has like no cases right now.
Germany was doing the same thing early. With, severe time.
Like,
we're not doing a lot of stuff that we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a lot of people. I'm starting to see this. It makes me mad. It's a lot of people who are being very hypocritical. Like the people who a month ago were like, stay safe, wash your hands, post on Instagram. And now I see them with 100 other people at the waterfront. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like it's people are, and I get this. I'm guilty of this. Well, I'm guilty of these thoughts. Like, I want to go to the gym. I want to go to the bar. And I sit here some days, I'm like, I can. Yeah. But I don't, because I want this to be over. And if I go out and get sick, I'm just one more person who's adding to the problem. I want to go to a fucking baseball game, you fucking asshole. Stay home.
Man, that's what VR is for.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, do that shit.
How can they get me hot dogs?
You can make them yourself.
You go on Amazon, which is what is in my cart right now, is a nostalgic hot dog rotisserie thing. Wow. Think about getting one. It's like $30-something bucks. I already got a popcorn machine. I'm about to get another Whirly Pop. I'm just creating a ballpark experience at home.
That's sweet, dude.
All right, let's move on to
real quick on the Devin. Can I real quick on the Devin White thing, just from a grand scheme of things? I've been saying this for a minute, and I think the Devin White situation just plays into it as well, and kind of what Ryan said plays into it too. There's always been a section of the population from the beginning of this thing that's been thinking that COVID's a hoax. They're the same ones that you see freaking out on every video online about being in Costco or Starbucks or whatever else, not wearing a mask. They're the same ones that usually wear Make America Great hat again, Make America Great hats, and they're the ones that say all lives matter. Like they're all part, and they also think Wayfair are shipping kids in fucking China cabinets, whatever.
Really?
God damn it! All right, those people
you save on shipping
are the reason that this shit has sustained as long. Like, they're the reason that we have kind of gotten to a point where we've accepted the amount of deaths that we have every day, and we're not talking about in the same level of vitriol that we should be. And in the same token, there are a lot of other people that look like me, that are more liberal, that are living in cities, that are living in all these other places, that might have done a good job of maintaining the quarantine, but there's a guilt and there's a normalcy that's insidious, and it kind of gets into you. When you start going online and you start seeing more people are out, at first you have this outright, oh no, fuck that shit. But there are a lot of other people that are like, all right, well, I mean, I guess if I just go out and there's like 3 or 4 people I know how they've been quarantining, maybe that's okay. And then before you know it, you're sitting down outside at a fucking at a tapas place while Black Lives Matter protests are walking by, fucking drinking mimosas with your people. Like, it's It's the same reason a lot of people feel guilty into going back to work. It's a slow burn. There's a fatigue that sets in.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that everybody keeps wanting to go back to normal, where it just makes us all fucking stupid. When the more sports we see, the more we're going to want to return back to normal, the more that things feel normal. The more that you got the president pushing teachers and school districts to open up, which made no fucking sense, but whatever. I mean, at least have a plan for this shit. There should never be a situation where a professional athlete's getting tested more than a teacher if our priorities are correct in this country.
And the kids.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. So, like, I know I'm getting tested once a week myself. Why? I don't trust the federal government to do shit that they need to do, and I'm doing my own goddamn contact tracing. I know exactly who I've come into contact with over the course of any week. If I fucking get sick, they're going to be the first ones I know, and I'm shutting the fuck down. And I'm still not even meeting up with people. I felt guilty that I met up with some people for 4th of July, even though I knew that everybody I met up with got tested, even though I knew everybody I met up with was quarantining. I still felt fucked up because I don't want to be a part of returning to normal when shit ain't normal. 800 anywhere from 400 to 1,000 people dying from this shit every day ain't cool.
And
it ain't normal.
We just hit our record level of daily coronavirus positive tests yesterday.
Yeah.
If the coronavirus was a war, it's the 3rd highest fatality rate on any war the United States has ever faced. We're only behind the Civil War and World War II. It's some fucked up shit.
We're getting there. Yep.
So we're going to skip over DeAndre Baker and Quentin Dunbar.
Good with that.
Yeah, because cover-ups, payouts.
Yeah, allegedly they paid $55,000 to the victims so that they would go.
Whole story's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to move straight on to the UFC.
Yay.
Did y'all watch Mike Perry?
The video of him knocking out Old Man?
Yeah.
And then saying a lot of that.
Saying some lot of fucked up stuff.
Yeah, he's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I mean.
That's getting repeated.
I don't care.
I think.
That shit was funny. Like when him saying, like, don't touch me.
There's a thing, fighting, people who fight professionally, it is an outlet. It's an outlet for, like, they want to fight. Like, that's a good outlet. It's better than, going out in the streets and punching people.
And doing what he did. Yeah.
And he is the reason that contact sports exist. Like, people like him, but he just obviously can't. Maybe he was probably drunk. I don't know. I refuse.
I don't know what happened before.
He was drunk.
So either.
Drunk. Yeah. I mean,
like,
you get somebody who has probably anger issues to begin with, and you put a bunch of alcohol on him and set him outside. First of all, fuck is he doing outside?
Yeah, with no mask. And then the older guy did, like, come at him, which I thought was stupid for him to do, because, like, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's fucking Mike. It's Mike Perry. He's gonna punch him in the face.
There's a difference between coming at, like, cock fists or whatever compared to just walking up on dude.
He wasn't walking up on him.
What I saw in that video, it looked like he was just walking up.
No, he was going aggressive. They were already talking, and he was going aggressive.
Because at that point, Mike Perry threatened him.
I'm
gonna knock you out. He said, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
And then you walk forward, like,
yes.
Okay, fuck me up.
Yeah, fuck me up. Get my lawsuit going.
If that's what he wanted to do, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened before
Broken
the
orbital
video started. Like, I'm not gonna make any jokes because I don't know what happened. But yeah.
My judgment call is that you're a trained combat fighter that punched an old man in the face. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
He Conor McGregor did.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor was worse in the sense that was a sucker punch. But this itself, know who you are. You know what you're capable of to remove yourself from the situation.
The thing is, we know the backstory of what happened with Conor McGregor. We don't know what the fuck happened here. We just saw the end result.
We're going to find out because there's no context.
My thing is there's no context that puts it – whatever happened before that video, there's no context to justify some punching that dude in the face. Unless we find out the dude pulled out a gun in the club or some shit, which ain't going to be the case.
Or like he raped somebody. Like there's always a context to make something like seeing –
Even if he raped him, that still doesn't provide any context.
I don't think there's any.
I know. I don't think it happened, but I'm saying.
Epithets.
Yeah,
Yeah, explain that. Like
I'm not trying to explain shit. I'm saying I don't know.
The man is full of hate.
Yeah.
That is his problem.
Yes, he's got
He
fucking
was
anger.
angry.
He's got anger issues, and he doesn't know how to properly contend with it. Which is something I always thought every combat sports guy should be is in fucking therapy and anger management, in the sense of like how it is that they react outside the ring. Same thing that we have a lot of problems when it comes to the way that we build soldiers up to go to war and then don't train them how to go back in the real world. You got a lot of these dudes that are making money off of bashing people's skulls in as a way to deal with their emotion and as a way that they get financially rewarded for it. You're fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I appreciate it. Remember Masvidal, he's fighting tonight, by the way.
Yep.
And he's the underdog.
Versus Usman.
I have no idea how, because Masvidal is an absolute monster.
Usman only lost once.
Man, it's gonna be twice, I think. But so
I don't know.
After the last fight with the dude with the fluffy hair. Anyway, they were talking mad shit. And then after he knocked him out in 2 seconds, he went up to the mic and he said, "My mama told me, don't say anything. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm just going to, don't ask me anything about Ben. I ain't got nothing nice to say right now." I was like, "Oh, look at you dealing with your emotions. Good for you. Good for you, Masvidal." And then he's also in the crowd, like flicking people off. So I don't know how well he's dealing with it, but I felt a little bit of comfort in that because he could kill you. So good for him. Good for him. Ben, what's his name? Ben, keep going. I'll figure it out.
Well, who do you think is going to win tonight?
I think I've never, like, it was like, remember when McGregor was untouchable?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how I feel like Masvidal is. Like, he's so deadly. Like,
but how many fights has he lost already?
I mean, they were before he became the monster that he is today. Oh, Ben Askren.
Yeah, they hated each other. And he hit him with that flying knee.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Got to put his hands down.
I was like, I thought he died.
Yeah. I mean, he needed a day or two to knock those cobwebs out. So
has he fought since?
Ben Askren? No.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't either.
That might be the end.
But I'm stoked. I'm stoked to watch this fight because these are two really good fighters. Ooh.
Well, speaking of stuff might be in the end, especially just for this season. The Ivy League canceled all fall sports, and the Big Ten and Big 12, the Pac-12, they decided that they're only playing conference-only games.
Yep. Football. So, and the ACC said that they're coming out with a statement soon regarding their sports.
I think it's just going to end up going from, we're only going to play conference only to they're not going to play.
Yeah, I mean, what is the point of playing conference?
They're not playing.
The Ivy League is the only one that made any sort of sense of just saying we're canceling this shit.
Because it's Ivy League. They're smart.
I mean,
and it's not as much money.
They're smart, and then Harvard's still charging $49,000 for a university.
It's not as much money. Like, they don't make as much money if anywhere close to the other conferences.
They kind of do, just based on tuition.
For the sports.
Oh yeah, of course. But there's,
what I'm saying.
Well, I don't quite know that because there's as far as from a ticket sales standpoint and everything else, if you ever go to some of those Ivy League schools, motherfuckers still show up. So a lot of those goddamn games, they're usually packed.
It's more than just them showing up for the game.
No, I mean TV deals, everything else. Nobody's fucking watching Harvard or Yale do anything.
Right.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying.
I get that, but I'm saying it as far as have you guys been following? Do y'all follow Richard Sherman on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been just spewing out gold. I don't fucking like Richard
as
Sherman.
Always.
But what he said was like, oh wow, I had no idea the virus couldn't travel conference to conference. Like, it's just the stupidity of saying it makes no sense. It's literally a headline to be used so the people say, oh wow, they're doing something. Sherman. But it's like, oh wow, the conferences are doing something, and then you dig just one level deeper, and you're like, this makes no fucking sense.
You can look at the title, the headline. Like, it means nothing.
So stupid. No sports should be coming back. No sports should be coming back. there are some sports that you could do it as safely as you possibly can. I guess the UFC to a certain degree. I follow Paige Van Zandt, one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram, and she was showing like what life was like in the bubble of like their hotel, her and her husband like in the hotel room, like how they're eating and how does everything. And I'm like, all right, I get what you're trying to do, and I guess if you can do that and isolate people, it's a sport where you only got 2 athletes at a time. You can keep them all in the hotel. You can do certain things. All right, I get it. The NBA, as far as the bubble, probably the craziest concept of anything ever. I still don't think it's going to work at all. And after seeing Joel Embiid show up in a fucking hazmat suit,
that was sweet.
It doesn't. No, also you see the WNBA and the rat infested Motel 6s they were putting their athletes in, trying to get stuff started. It's
you have the NBA and the MLB can't fully protect, as we've seen, their $1 million investments. You think these schools are going to be able to protect these children? No.
Yeah, and they don't care.
They don't. They don't.
But it's the thing is that they just
another thing is like after 4 years they're gone anyway.
Or 2 or 1. Like
and you have an administration. You have an administration in the White House that all they want to do is remove any sort of liability to sue any of these institutions about forcing people to show up. Because if I'm an athlete that's getting my education based on the fact that I have to play this sport, and if I choose that I'm not going to play this sport because I do not want to risk my career or my family's health or my own health, and then that might get stripped away from me, and I can't sue them for forcing me to do so, then what are you doing? This feels like modern day slavery. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This forcing people to continue to work as cogs in this system is fucking bullshit. Well, you got the top 10 billionaires made like $500 billion over the course of this goddamn pandemic. You know shit's fucked up. You got Jeff Bezos right now. I ain't trying to call him out. It's just a dude that everybody kind of knows. Can basically take care of all this shit just based on the profit that all of us have been doing by buying all of our shit on Amazon the last 3 months. He ain't going to do that. I mean, he's going to see a guy had a lot of his pockets a little bit more. He's going to hire more employees in low-income areas to fucking work at his warehouses until they have heart attacks and shit. But he's helping out. He's providing jobs. It's just this whole thing is all fucked.
It's an indentured servitude at the moment.
Easily, at the very least.
Here's some money, but you're forced to go. So
and it's about to get really hectic. Right now, the date is what? Where it's
the 11th.
The 11th. $600 unemployment boost ends in 19 days.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Well, I was reading yesterday that they're going to, just to keep states afloat, they're gonna have to pass another bill, and they're
gonna pass another bill. It's gonna be a stimulus bill, probably another $1,200 to say, here, go work, go back to work, go risk your lives and everything else for our economy because somebody wants to get reelected.
A lot of red states are the states that are seeing like the biggest spikes where they're already scaling back. And I think that those congressmen and those senators are going to go in there like, oh shit, this is my reelection if I don't get money for these people because I can't keep it open. So I think it's going to be more of a bipartisan deal.
I don't think so at all. Because you got Governor DeSantis is telling people that the equivalent of being in school is the equivalent of going to Home Depot during the day. Like, every time I go to Home Depot, I sit down at a desk for 8 hours next to 30 other people.
You're going to see these people are going to get voted out. So
there's not enough time.
I mean,
if we're talking about waiting until they get voted out in November, unemployment gets cut off in July. You got, I think, 30% of all Americans couldn't make the July rent payments or mortgage payments. We're about to hit a fucking collapse of epic proportions. And this is what's going to happen unless they shape the fuck up.
Virginia, I know governor passed a stay for mortgages or mortgage relief.
As far as evictions go. And as far as now, when it comes down to it, after the moratorium's over, you still have the loan companies, the banks, can either decide to say, you owe all this back date on this date right now, or what they should be doing is adding it to the end of the loan. But there's hardly any banks that are agreeing to that, to add it to the end of the loan. They're telling you to put your mortgage into forbearance, which after it's over forbearance, you can then apply for either a payment plan, which is going to jack your rates up, which is going to jack your monthly amount of for your mortgage, or they're going to tell you need to pay up everything up front, which nobody's going to be able to do if they cut off things like the pandemic relief. So you see the job numbers and you see everything they're doing as far as skewing all that shit. You're reaching a situation where there is going to be a crisis of people trying to find housing in a couple months.
And
it's coming.
You know who's going to have to pay for that anyway? The government. So they might as well do it up front.
Yep. And you want to know about somebody who won't need to, ask for anything because they should be set? Zion's dad.
His stepdad.
They gave that man $400K.
Allegedly.
Yeah, alleged.
Yeah,
so
allegedly $400K. But I mean, he'll be set anyway. But still.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how this works, but allegedly, that would mean that Zion was not eligible for the 1 year that he was playing, which means he's currently not eligible for the NBA based under their agreement. So I don't know if what they can. I mean, they could pull his contract, but who? Pelican.
No, but he was out of college. I mean, out of high school for over a year now. So
that's the only guideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
I don't know how that
win
works.
nothing anyway.
Yeah, they didn't. He
He
did blow a shoe.
He don't care.
That's my thing. If I'm a top flight athlete that's going to the university and somebody offers me $500,000, I'm taking that shit because I know I'm only going to be there for a year. I'm going to fuck about the university. I got to fuck as many bitches as I want to, drink as go to all the parties as I wanted to, get my national profile, and I make $1 million in the pros. Who gives a fuck? I didn't even win a championship.
And
who cares? We gonna take away.
It was his stepdad. Like it was like, yeah, you get a check. Get a check. It's cool.
I remember
the house.
I remember going to New York once, and I remember I went to the Bronx first. I didn't feel like catching the subway down to Manhattan, so I just drove. And I drove, and I remember all I wanted was a slice of pizza. And I looked at something. I looked at the parking garage, and the parking garage was like, I think for an hour it's going to cost me like $40 or something stupid. So I was like, huh. Then I looked on the street, and I saw that if I got a ticket, it was like a $25 ticket. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to park in the street. So I parked in the street, went and got my slice of pizza, came back. I had a ticket. It was worth it. I broke the law, but at the end of the day, the ramifications for it were absolutely fucking worth it.
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
saved $15.
Right.
So
give me that ticket.
Yeah.
And you got to defer your payment. So he was making money.
Damn right.
Yeah, but the whole thing is bullshit. So I don't care that he got $400K. Don't matter.
We have to remember that this is his old agent who is just angry that he fired her, and she's just full of spite. And she's just trying to find anything to slander his name. And guess what? Nobody cares, lady. Fucking Karen.
That has been the biggest part of this, which I love, is that 5 years ago even, this would have been headline news over everything about what Zion did, X, Y, and Z. And now everybody kind of at a page where you can see the tide is turning. The people are like, okay, he got paid in college. Who gives a fuck? Like, even if this is who cares? No one cares.
Pay that man. Pay that man.
Now, the final thing for today. Then you can go ahead and go to sleep. Or you can listen in if you want to learn, because it's what we're supposed to be doing.
Is this soccer? Quick sidebar before you get into the topic. So last week I was at my girlfriend's place when we were recording this, and y'all had a conversation about Ronaldo. I don't want him. She was so upset with what you guys were saying because she actually knows about soccer. Like, she was a legit.
Wait, where is she?
She's not. She's at home.
All right, next time bring her on.
So I'm trying. So she's thinking about she could possibly on some episodes. She's not going to be on camera, but she could do, because she was like, that is such bullshit. You can't just, or it was about Messi. She's like, you can't just put Messi anywhere. He's develop at this position with this. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you sound passionate.
I'd be down.
Like, she was actually, she was a legit
like
scholarship to college, like, soccer star.
Okay.
So yeah, I still don't understand the sport, but I'm just saying that was my thing.
I'm with it. All right, so they just released the Champions League draw, right?
Yeah.
We got fucked over.
Oh yeah, you guys got Bayern, right?
Nah, we got to get past Napoli first.
Oh yeah.
Then we got to play Bayern. Then we have to play the winner of Real Madrid versus Man City, that game. And then the other game would be Lyon versus Juve. So whoever wins between those four, then we have to play them.
Yeah, you guys are
Then
gonna
we have to play whoever wins at that. Like, Jesus Christ.
you guys are gonna have a short trip.
Possibly.
Yeah. I mean, I still think I'm hesitant to think that UCL will finish. Just
No, they will.
it seems like a lot of travel. I hope it does.
No, they're all going to be like one central location, though.
Yeah.
And it's one game.
I seem to have missed Liverpool on that draw.
Oh, yeah, because they lost to Atletico Madrid.
I mean, I'm stoked for it. Like this is the top draw soccer that I've been waiting for. We didn't have the Euros this summer. Understandably, they got pushed to next summer.
Yeah.
It's just this is the soccer I want to see because none of the leagues were super competitive except for the Spanish league.
The Prem. Well,
I mean, Liverpool won like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, like for like the quote unquote top four that everybody's so enamored with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But this is that top draw.
You win and you don't.
Yeah, I'm stoked for it. So I hope when it's a month from now, right?
Yeah, in August.
And we got other sports coming back. Hockey is slated to start 24 days from today, or the first Caps game. So I think a couple people are sitting out because of health issues.
And Buster Posey announced that he's not playing for the Giants this year because they just adopted twins.
Yeah,
and
I mean that's to me. I'm not angry. Like if Alex
Mike Trout shouldn't come back, Bryce Harper shouldn't play. None of them should.
I'm sorry, I thought you guys were talking about soccer. In this, y'all are not talking about soccer players right now. I completely zoned out. What's happening?
Yeah, we're just talking about all the players who are opting
Pay attention.
out.
All right.
Pay attention. The podcast is almost over.
I'm sorry. I completely zoned out. Like, I'm hearing the words. It wasn't clicking in my brain
Until you heard Buster Posey.
Buster Posey. I'm like, that's not a soccer name. It's a stupid name, but it's not soccer stupid.
Like Obi just had another kid. Like if he doesn't want to go, I won't be upset at him.
I like what the Giants did though, where they quoted his like statement and just said like family first.
Yeah,
like
that's what it should be.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, I don't like nothing is more important than your health. So and the health of your family and some friends.
To me, I still look at it cynically. I'm all my blackdom with my Kill Your Master shirt. And I say that the only thing that all these organizations don't want to be is the one giving anyone any shit when you get somebody that dies because of COVID and they start pulling all these fucking tweets back up about how they weren't giving these players a choice or an option.
Yeah.
It has to be that.
You remember when the Padres made Tatis play when they knew he had
asthma? But they're not going to tweet it. Like if the organization is like trying to pressure a player into playing, they're gonna like have a
silence
meeting or something.
Is deafening. Like there's
one or the other, but
so like nobody is if everyone knows where Jimmy Dolan is on everything, right? We ain't really got because his silence is fucking deafening.
Yep.
So what shit happens, we can always point out, yeah, you on the wrong side of shit. You can never say that Steve Kerr's on the wrong side of anything. You can't say that Coach Popovich is on the wrong side of anything. You can't say Mark Cuban's on the wrong side of anything. Steve Ballmer. Bunch of these youngins are not going to be on the wrong side of this thing, and they're understanding the damage control. You even got the Washington football team, for the most part, is doing just enough so that they don't get looked upon during this particular situation being on the wrong side of shit. So
they're going to be looked upon just because.
Just as because the organization. I'm talking about in this very short
everybody you named, everyone you named, was in the NBA before the Washington Football Club.
Or we could go NFL-wise. We could say Shad Khan in Jacksonville. We could talk about –
they just announced that they're going to have fans in the stands, and it'll be 25%.
25%. Same thing the Packers are looking at. Is just season ticket holders and at a fraction. I live in Baltimore. You get the John Harbaugh's been talking about, like, I don't know how the fuck we're supposed to do training camp under these sort of circumstances.
Let me ask you this question. Has the NFL given the players the opportunity to say that we will sit out this year? Have you heard anything?
I think because the season's so far away, they're still working on that.
It's not that it's starting to get close because usually we got training camp and everything supposed to
like
start
next
in a few
month.
weeks. No, the few weeks because usually you got the first preseason.
Preseason is in August.
The first preseason games. Now they canceled 2 weeks of preseason already.
Yeah,
but
I'm saying next month, August.
It usually starts in the end of July is when training camps, when the mini camps start.
Yeah.
So you're going to start seeing. I know that there are players that are back in certain parks. I think the Jets, certain guys will start to come back to the facility here and there. I know Ron Rivera is at Ashburn at Redskins Park right now.
Answer the question though. Have you heard anybody say
no?
Okay, and they said it in the NBA, and they said some weird shit in baseball.
Baseball's fucking it up. Baseball's fucking all this up. Baseball's fucking the pooch. Basketball is doing the most they can as ridiculous as shit, but you can't give them not credit for trying to do it as safely as possible. But I think what the NFL is doing, the NFL, I think you got Roger Goodell probably has a squadron of guys in a league office in New York looking at the NBA and saying, how are they going to fuck this up? And how can we do this and make sure?
Yeah, they're probably waiting to see how the NHL and NBA restarts go, and then
exactly,
and then making a move, which is, honestly,
but then
smart.
what can not what
we're not
it
going
could end up being the case where they wait too long,
yeah,
and then they have to rush it. Yeah,
no, we're not going to have.
I don't think we're playing football this year.
I don't either. I've been saying
on any level.
I mean, on any level. At all.
Devin White by himself can ruin the season.
Yeah, he's the Rudy Gobert of football.
Tom Brady just needs to hire another Aaron Hernandez. I would believe in the conspiracy theory that Tom Brady was behind all Aaron Hernandez's homicides. You look into it. I saw a guy on YouTube talking about it, which means it's true.
Don't disrespect all the people that was murdered by that man.
I'm not. I'm just – is it too soon? Sorry.
No,
Should I do a 9/11 joke instead? Fuck you. At the end of the day, I don't think football is coming back just because I think it's probably going to get a lot worse than it is get better, especially when we got flu season and stuff coming into account. The way the NFL itself works, I don't think it's a detriment to them to start a season and cancel a season. I don't think anything changes from a monetary standpoint. As many games as they play, the more money they're going to get. But I think they're looking towards the NBA and everybody. Nobody wants to be the first to jump out, which is why the NBA is taking it so seriously as far as how it is they're going to frame it. You can't look at the UFC in the same way. You can't look at golf the same way. You can't look at NASCAR the same way, with the way those sports are kind of isolated without it being team sports and all the different moving pieces. The hardest – huh?
You can look at soccer.
You can look at soccer, but you can also look at soccer as being an overseas thing in which they have countries that are handling it properly, which is if the United States did it, would it be an entirely different kind of conversation.
And how many people?
The MLS just came back.
How many people are on the bench in a soccer game? How many people are on the field for a football game?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Football is by far the hardest one.
Yeah, it's not happening.
One.
Yeah.
It's not happening. There's so much contact at one time, and everybody has on like equipment.
One-on-one football.
But you did hear the NFL is taking care of their players because they are saying that after the games, they're not allowed to do jersey exchanges because that'll be dangerous.
I hate people.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of our episode today. Who has final thoughts? Because I don't have any.
I mean, I can make something up.
I mean,
you have a final thought?
I had been getting so excited, like up until a couple of weeks ago.
About what?
Just seemed like things were. Well, I guess it was a month ago. It seems like things were starting to turn around.
Nah.
And then the last 2 weeks, I've been like, oh shit, it's all going back to hell. So
yeah, and flu season's coming.
Yeah, get your fucking flu shots, folks. We don't need you in the hospital too. Or don't. Whatever. It's your choice, right?
Stay in your house.
It's just, I mean, I care more about other people than a lot. Fauci said it best. I don't know how to teach people to care about others. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I just want sports to come back and for my family to stay healthy, but mostly sports to come back. But I can't get that because people won't stay inside. So that's kind of frustrating. But yeah, we got Masvidal tonight. So that's something.
Did you mean to switch that?
Huh?
Did you mean to switch that?
No, I said what I meant.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying which is my family's already safe because we're doing the right things. So I don't have to worry about that as much as I have to worry about sports. So
sports ain't happening. And yeah. I'd rather not be here and people be safe.
Yeah, what's his face? The sports writer for baseball. Anyway, he said
old white man.
Well, he said that there was a 5% chance of the baseball season starting and a 0% chance of it finishing. And I was like, well, that's hard.
It's not happening. None of this shit is happening. All
Good.
right, what about you?
Stay
Well,
home, stay safe.
Piggyback off of that, I'm going to say, unlike Ryan, I've been extremely cynical about all of this from the very beginning. It's never wavered. And this is all stupid as shit. Sports should not come back until we have a national strategy, which we won't have, which means they shouldn't come back.
Yep.
And also what I would tell people to do right now, I don't know if I said this last episode because I've been saying a lot. Step the fuck up because the federal government's not going to do it for you. If you are somebody that's listening and you understand and you're a little more informed, realize that you got places like CVS that'll do their own test. You can get a test for free. Go do that shit and do it on regular intervals. And but for the most part, just stay the fuck home. Now, if you're in one of those situations where you've been forced back to work, like my father, which I have my own feelings about how Home Depot is right now, or you or anybody that's getting forced back to work, especially around stupid motherfuckers that don't want to wear masks, and you got company policies. Not saying Home Depot's doing all this. I don't want to get my dad in trouble. But I'm saying if you're part of one of those companies that are not enforcing mask policies or are scared to piss off Karen who comes in and says she got a breathing problem because of her mask and some shit, you need to start doing your own contact tracing. You need to really do what you need to do to isolate this virus because we don't have any help anymore. The government and the powers that be, the masters don't give a fuck. They're making their money on your backs. They're making their cash and they're continuing their lives. The CEOs of these companies are not going anywhere except making little PR stunts at the White House like Goya, fucking idiots, where they're around a bunch of people that have already been tested. You got Donald Trump that doesn't give a fuck about teachers getting tested, even though his orange ass is getting tested every fucking day, and everybody that comes into contact with him is getting tested every fucking day, and they're still dropping like flies in the White House. How many scores of Secret Service agents are at home under 14-day quarantine? All this shit is stupid as hell. Just look at other countries and look at the rates. Don't do the comparison to saying per capita or more tests are being happening in this country. Realize that we are at over 100-something thousand people dead. Then tell me what the numbers of deaths look like in South Korea. Tell me what the numbers of deaths look like in Hong Kong. Tell me what the number of deaths look like in all these other countries around the world that understood what the fuck it is they had to do to get this shit done. We're stupid as shit here, and all we do is think about ourselves, whether it becomes the race or whether it goes to a fucking virus. Get your heads out of your asses and get the shit done the right way, people. Come the fuck on.
It's not going to happen, and that's what's sad.
You got to give people credit for being stupid.
Yeah, you can't
I will say this. Coursera has a COVID-19 contact tracing class that's free, and you can start it right now. So you can look that up, and if you need help with learning how to do it, it's right there for you, and it's 100% online.
The way that I try to describe it, it's like an STD. When you get burnt, unless you're an asshole, you contact the people you fucked. With the COVID, if you catch the shit, know who you come into contact with and let them know you got it. That's all it is. All it fucking takes.
Yeah, and then if you want more technical stuff, take the class.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to be a contact tracer, they're paying people.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. It ain't as much as you're getting on the unemployment, but whatever.
It's super important, but you're not going to get that much money for it. Okay, good. All right. Well, with that, thanks for watching, and stay home and don't be a fucking asshole.
We have a cake, or what was it? A box opening.
We got a box opening next weekend.
Well, what are we opening?
Probably some Prism, probably a little baseball, maybe some National Treasures. We'll see.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll see what we feel like breaking open.
I was in a Rite Aid last week, and they had a clearance section. There were baseball cards in it. Should I buy those?
Yes. Buy them and bring them all.
But I didn't know the name of the brand. It seemed like a Dollar Tree version of cards.
It don't matter. Sometimes they have them there.
Yeah, they're all
they had a shit ton. It was like basketball, baseball cards.
If you see basketball,
there was definitely basketball. It was like 99 cents for all these packs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Those things resell for like $40 a pop. So
yeah. That's why people drive around to like all these stores, like to try to find like retail prices, because you can resell.
The resale price is like 20 times right now.
I looked at one of the Panini Nora boxes.
Yeah.
$1,200.
I know.
It's only 10 cards.
I know.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, if it's Rico's cards and there's some asshole printed them out in the basement and they just sold them to Rite Aid, does it give the same sort of oomph as a Panini card?
It won't, because Panini and all them have contracts with Rite Aid, Walmart, Tops, so they can't sell anything else. Some asshole just printed them out and hung them at a Rite Aid.
Nah. Hey, did you win the bid on that drawing of Zion's?
I did not. I was actually in court and I forgot about it.
All right, end this episode and y'all talk about the card shit.
All right. I gotta jump. So stay safe. Love you all.
Send me the topics. All right.
I will.
Like and subscribe.
And then suck fart.
Dislike, subscribe, and then give me money.
We got our first one. Whoever disliked it.
Good for them.
Because it was a racist Washington sports team fan, Washington football team fan.
Yeah. They couldn't become
our truth
until they watched it. All right, y'all.
Pick a different team.
Peace.